guys, welcome to the review show. My name's Austin. Welcome back to my 2-week Star Wars series. Sorry if this one's a little late. I was busy last night. I was planning to do this last night so you guys can have this up today. But, you know, gotta do what we gotta do. So yeah, I couldn't get that one done because complication with videos and all that. But you know what? I'm here now. I'm gonna continue on with my week. Anyway, still, if you guys haven't seen this, there will be spoilers. So if you have been warned, click off if you guys don't want to be spoiled. Let's get right into it. Star Wars: Revenge of the Sith. This is actually the watchable prequel. Right off the bat of this film, you can really tell that it looks better than Episode 1 and 2. The dialogue is way better than Episode and fucking 2. And so it's so freaking amazing that George Lucas actually pulled this off. At least for Episode 3. This is not a perfect film at all. There's still issues with it. But this one's more watchable, more enjoyable, and I really like what George Lucas did. With Palpatine like messing with Anakin's head. It's so good, but there's still some issues. But at the beginning of this film, you can just tell that George Lucas put a lot of time into it. Like this whole entire part of the film is like about 30 minutes. Like the whole thing on the ship in space, it's all like about 30 minutes long. You're almost basically done with the movie because the movie is about 2 hours, around 2 hours and 20 minutes. So you're pretty much almost done with the film. You have about like an hour and 40 minutes left of the film. So it took that pretty much good time, but it takes its time, which I really like. And it goes dark, which I freaking love, and that's why it makes it, and that's why also that this is actually my favorite is prequel, and it's just right off the bat. Let's just talk about Hayden Christensen's acting. Definitely much better than what we got in Episode 2. We don't have any more creepy eye dude. I guess he's with Padme now, so he's not going to have to do his creepy eye look, but I think he got some acting lessons, or maybe it's because he got better dialogue. I have no idea. It's just whenever he's on screen, my eyes just draw to him. It's really cool, and he just does a great job in this film. And he has some missteps in it as well, which we'll talk about when we get to it later on. Anakin also has this scar that actually is on this side of his face, and George Lucas said that he just put it there because he thought this looked cool. And I was like, all right, nice. George Lucas doesn't give a fuck. He's just putting whatever he wants in it, and that's what he should do, except for excluding all the other ones. I might be a little harsh on on Episode 1 and Episode 2. It's just because I'm a big fan of Star Wars, so I'm gonna be harsh on them for a reason. That's just the reason why. I'm not trying to say that I'm just hating for just for no reason. I do care. There's some good elements in the Episode 1 and Episode 2, but rarely. But here you can just tell that George Lucas knew what he wanted, and he used some of that criticism to make this film. It's just really, it's really amazing. And the fight in here between Anakin with ObiWan and against against Count Dooku, it's way better than what we got in Episode 2, which is actually the only dual fight that we got in Episode 2. Here we got like about 3 dual fights. It's freaking amazing. And the fighting looks awesome too, because it looks like it's not choreographed, except for when we get later on, which I'll explain when we get there. But it looks like a actual fight. It's not like, oh, Mr. Cool, Jedi dudes. It's like, it's really awesome. And the sound that when Anakin kills Count Dooku, it goes like, it makes this like this silent noise, and it goes all quiet. It's just and it just goes silent. It's freaking amazing. And when Palpatine, which is actually the reason why they're up there, when Count Dooku fails, I have speculation why Palpatine says do it. We get a little Emperor in there, but the reason why I think he said it is because Count Dooku failed, which and I think he was testing out Anakin's skills and seeing if Anakin was the actual chosen one. So he's gonna turn the, so it's also like, you know what, I got, you can't be my you can't be my guy all the time. So I just gotta test your skills. So I think that's what Count Dooku was there for. He was just a puppet for Anakin Skywalker to take his place. I think that was a little cool element. That I mean Count Dooku could have been Darth Vader. All we know, who knows? Darth Vader. Let me actually quote that. We meet a new character called Grievous. He was never mentioned episode 1 or Attack of the Clones because he was brought on in Star Wars: The Clone Wars TV show and animated movies, which were very good. I haven't seen them. I've seen small parts, which I heard they were good. So he was mentioned in there, and at the end of Volume 2, there's separate volumes, and so at the end of Volume 2, Mace Windu chokes he rips Grievous, and he starts coughing, and that's where we get the cough at the beginning of this. Which another thing I like to mention. I might have kept saying Mace Windu instead of Kai-Jon Jinn. I have no idea how to say his name anymore. The one that plays Liam Neeson plays in episode 1. So people have been mentioning, it's like, you keep calling, I think I know who you're talking about, but why do you keep saying Mace Windu? It's like, I was really tired during that review, so just like to mention that out. Mace Windu isn't dead, at least yet. This is where the film basically takes place, is on Coruscant, and it's just about, which this whole entire film is just about Anakin, which the whole entire prequel should have been, which they were, but at the same time they weren't. They were too busy setting up subplots that went nowhere, but here it's just focused on Anakin. It sets up some subplots, but it's mostly just to drive Anakin's dark side of himself. Which that's good writing right there. George Lucas got Anakin to become Darth Vader in a good way. After the fight, after the space battle stuff, Anakin finds out that Padme is pregnant. So as he's found out about it, he kind of felt a little iffy about it. He's like, I don't know how I feel about this type of face on him. And the romance dialogue is a little bit better. But, and at least like when he comes back, but the very next scene, the romance dialogue's like, oh, George, no, George, please stop. You're so beautiful. So, because I'm so in love. No, it's because I'm so in love with you. So love has blinded you? No, that's not what I meant. That is true. It's like, where did that come from? You had somewhat decent romantic dialogue, and next you come out with that? What? So Emperor Palpatine starts messing with Anakin's mind a little bit more by saying that he wants him to be his protector on the Jedi Council. So Anakin goes to the Jedi counselors and all excited, and as they deny him that they don't like Emperor Palpatine choosing who becomes a Jedi Master and all that. But Palpatine knew that they would do that. And another thing that Palpatine also knew, that the Jedi Council would ask him to spy on him. So it messes with Anakin's mind, and that's what Palpatine wanted, because it will make Anakin frustrated on how they won't let him become a Jedi Master, but they will allow him to be on the Council. So it kind of puts him in that stance where it's like, am I on the right side? Type of deal. Like he's a little iffy about being part of this counselors that won't trust him, which is kind of weird because they trust him later on. But you know, it's a little weird. And I guess that's George Lucas writing right there for you. And the very next scene that not Emperor Palpatine, but Palpatine himself invites Anakin Skywalker to a I don't know, a concert type of deal. It's like bubbles and all that going around, and he starts telling Anakin about Darth Plagueis the Wise. Ironic that he can save others, but not himself. Is it possible to learn this? Not from a Jedi. ObiWan is sent to go find General Grievous, and he finds him at this planet, and so that I don't know the name of the planet, but he finds him at this planet, and he basically takes on Grievous and all these this whole entire army by himself. He's like, I'm cool. I'll take you all on. You guys are fucking nothing. it's like, good job, Kenobi. Yeah, first thing I ever saw, like whenever I saw Grievous pull out 4 arms and 4 lightsabers, I'm like, Kenobi, I think you should run. It's like, I was fucking scared of that scene, and it's just really cool, and it's just amazed me how everything in the prequel still holds up to this day. It's really cool, and I'm glad that George Lucas heard our complaints and actually took his time. And I think this is the story that he always wanted to tell, and so that's why it's good as it is. This is where the film starts kind of going downhill, is as soon as Anakin Skywalker decides to become Darth Vader, it kind of feels like it came out of nowhere. It felt like it was too soon. I think Emperor Palpatine had to do a little bit more stuff. Because I get the messing with his mind and all that, but he kind of needed to do a little bit more to get Anakin. Because he kills Mace Windu by cutting his hand. Emperor Palpatine shocks him. He goes flying out the window, and it's just awesome stuff. But besides that fight scene, because Emperor Palpatine used the lightsabers and all that, and it slipped weird because he was like, it's freaking weird. And so, as soon as Anakin becomes Darth Vader, it's just like, okay. It was a little rough there, but all right, I'm still interested in. So it's okay. So after Anakin becomes Darth Vader, which the thing is that Palpatine's face is all deformed now. And he has no reaction to it. It's just like, oh my god. Well, my face is fucked. He's just like, all right, cool. I mean, if that happened to me, I'd be like, my face is fucked. But you know, Emperor Palpatine. I guess he could see the future, so I guess he was expecting it. At least I think. I don't know. So, yeah. This is where the movie gets really dark. Anakin Skywalker kills some children. Yeah. I mean, wow. I mean, it's pretty brutal. What's really cool about this, about when Anakin goes bad, is that when Palpatine sends out Order 66. When we get to see all the Jedis die, it's just really cool with the music and how it sounds like it's a fantasy, but really it's not, and it's actually happening. It's really cool because just seeing seeing where the camera goes down and it's just sticks to their the stormtroopers' boots and all that. It's just freaking amazing, and it's so sad, and it hurts. It hurts to watch because it's that freaking good, and I freaking loved that scene. Loved it ever since I saw it. I saw it my first time whenever I did. But yeah, it's a really good scene. And now after that, this is where it starts getting a tedious. It's like, oh god. There's the George Lucas writing. Oh boy. Final two Jedis that survive is Obi-Wan and Yoda, which obviously, of course, is that when they find out that Anakin is turned against the Jedi and the Republic, you say, is when the face expression on Obi-Wan he's like, oh, it's alright. Well, what are you gonna do about Anakin? It's just like, oh, I mean, this is your best friend. You're fine with that. And that's another thing is like in this prequel movie, this specific prequel movie, it actually feels like Anakin and Obi-Wan are actually friends, and it's really good. In episode 2, there was no chemistry between these two. They keep calling each other like father and son, and it's like okay, and they're always like whining at one another. It's like nothing there says that these two are friends, and it fleshes it out in like the Clone Wars. And like I said in that review, is like, why do we have to go watch the TV shows or read the books to feel that they finally become friends? No, just do it there. Do it right the first time, so we didn't have an extra and like enjoy a little bit more of that side of darkness of Anakin and that friendship. That's what they should have done. But now it feels like that friendship kind of ended a little too short. It just felt, because at the beginning of this movie, it has been some time after episode 2, clearly. And so, but for us, it probably only feels about 3 years. So we kind of missed a whole lot right there, like in general. But so, yeah, Obi-Wan is sent to Mustafar to kill Anakin, which Anakin's there right now, killing everyone that was part of Emperor's plan to take over the Republic. And so, which is also a great scene. I freaking love that scene as well. And Yoda is sent off back to the back off to, I can't remember the planet's name either, but he's off to fight Palpatine, which these two fights are really good. But I really hate that these two fights intertwine with one another. It feels like jumping all over the place, and it's just like, ugh. Can we get back to the Anakin Obi-Wan fight? That's where I wanted to watch. That's what I want to watch. Which the Yoda and Palpatine fight is good, but you're doing it at the wrong time. These should be two separate, like, sequences, and it feels kind of weird because it's janky. It's really weird. Obi-Wan just wants to kill Anakin. He doesn't really try to save Anakin. He's just like, I don't remember, what does he say? Oh god, it's just he just doesn't try to save Anakin. He's just like he just blames for like choking Padme. What I mean, yeah, I guess you can, but he doesn't. You get what I'm trying to say. And so, but which hey, Christian's delivery on in that scene. Oh dear, a lot of people didn't like this fight, which for me, I really loved it. And it does feel like a little like choreography. It feels like they're dancing, but I just freaking love it. It's just, we have fucking lightsabers bouncing off the wall. We have fucking Anakin and Obi-Wan using the Force on each other. It's just freaking amazing, good stuff. But where the fight starts dying down is when they get on like that platform, and when it starts to go into the lava, that's where it starts like, oh god, it feels a little long right there. Fights should never feel long. And another thing in this fight is that it doesn't have that much dialogue. It actually doesn't even have any dialogue until the very end of the fight. If it had more dialogue and these two more like heartfelt moments while they're in the fight, it would have been a much better fight and had a little bit more impact at the end, like when Obi-Wan that finally wins the fight and takes out Anakin. My brother Anakin, I loved you. It said you would destroy the Sith, not join them. Bring balance to the Force, not leave it in darkness. It's so freaking good. I just wanted more of that. My god, it's so fucking good, and I enjoyed it So, and at the end of this, ObiWan takes Anakin's lightsaber, the one that he later on gives Luke in the New Hope. And so Obi-Wan goes off and protects Anakin on Tatooine. Padme dies also, should say that. And Leia gets borned off to wherever planet, I can't remember what she's on. And yeah, and another thing is that I really like that Padme and Anakin, the birth of Anakin's children, and Another thing I really like about this film is Anakin's birth of becoming Darth Vader, and his children being born at the same time. That really freaking worked. I freaking loved it. It's really heartbreaking to see Darth Vader being born on the same day as his children. That would be the worst birthday ever. Oh my! I'm glad they didn't tell them that his father was born on his birthday as it becoming Darth Vader. That would have sucked. That would ruin their birthdays for sure. Oh boy. Another thing is that I really like when they're putting the mask on Anakin is that he had this fear look before they put it on. I really like that because it gives more depth to Darth Vader. It shows that he wasn't somewhat alright with this. He kind of feels bad for what he did, but now he can't go back. He's stuck with this, and because he has nothing to go back to. So that was really a cool moment. But you know, George Lucas ruins that moment with that stupid no. It felt like what's it? Oh God. Stallone. Rocky Stallone. There you go. If you guys don't know how to say his name, say Rocky Stallone. Oh God. You guys know what I'm talking about. It felt like that type of dialogue writing right there. But so, yeah, it's really cool. We get to see the Death Star being built up at the very end. And so, yeah, Padme dies. So Anakin was born for nothing, I guess. I mean, but yeah, I really freaking love this movie. I watched this like twice when I was gone in Hawaii. And I watched it another time before this review, and so yeah, it's I freaking love this. The best prequel out of all of them. So yeah, I'm gonna give Star Wars: Revenge of the Sith a B+. It's outstanding. I freaking love it. But yeah, so anyway, I'm gonna get started on my other reviews that I need to really get ahead on. Because I'm really starting to fall behind as it is. Anyway, thank you guys very much for watching. Like always, I'll see you guys in the next review. Bye, guys.